Let me know when you join in. Yeah, I haven't looked at it. I've heard, but I haven't looked at it. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's true. And personally, I like the, I don't know, there's something satisfying of actually sitting there and actually rolling dice. Like physical dice. But, yeah, you know, you do what you have to, so. Yeah. Excellent. No. Who got moody? Oh, yeah, yeah, she did, yeah, she gets, yeah, yeah. I should have warned you guys ahead of time, but I was like, I've got other shit that I'm dealing with at the moment. No, no, it's not. It's not at all. Calm it down. Yeah. I pretty much told her the same thing. She was like, could you go in there and warn them? I'm like, I'm dealing with other shit right now. I do not has the time.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Yeah. Where's my light? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, she, Yeah, she hasn't, It does?
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Yeah.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce.
How does perceive?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
I'm not touching that drink. But yeah. Did she tell you what was going on, or?
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right?
Oh, she did.
You
Yeah.
look like you
Damn.
saw a ghost.
There are things that I can't explain.
Tell us, what happened?
Pretty much.
You two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
Fun stuff. Fun
And
stuff.
what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he
Yep.
fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's
Yeah.
possible.
I've been dealing it with it for like the past
Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
5-6 months now. Yeah.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion.
I know you have, and I know that she's going through some
No memory of going down
shenanigans
any
at the
tunnel.
moment.
No, we were in the manor then.
Then what?
Oh yeah, I
don't recall how
do
came
remember
back.
that.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released. I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Glad. Well, did you see that? Yep. This is shit that did not happen.
His father is to be correct.
It
He was a
does.
surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Will do.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller
Ka-toodle-
was like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks.
Nice.
I don't fear him. Do you wish to
Yeah.
know anything else?
I found a file bearing
Sounds
Sarah
like fun.
Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had
There
the
you go.
means to hide such a disgrace.
Everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller, Why those two?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, tools.
Sounds like fun.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Yep.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller.
Hence it being a sequel.
Blood everywhere. My legs. Pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something.
Yeah.
I woke up at the institute. Bradley was there.
And
Yep.
how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me,
How is
I got
soap not soap?
what's in store
How
for
does do?
patients at the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. You know him.
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
You know,
What do you say?
even though,
Sanders said
yeah, even though I didn't really care for the first game,
he spoke
from what I've been watching, from what I've been seeing,
Sarah Hawkins.
The Division 2
There's something here.
is
This makes
more
no
of a
sense.
completed game
I don't
than
see how it can help
Anthem
crack the
will
Hawkins case.
ever fucking be.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders.
You know, honestly,
just
with
before dying.
looking at the Reddits and watching,
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess he can still pay attention
yeah,
to his wife.
and I've
I
been watching gameplay.
An art
It's-
collector, you say? That's
From what it
probably how they
seems like,
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders
honestly, it
household,
sounds like
please
fucking
spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree.
fucking
Deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased.
God,
We don't know the bottom of it.
fucking, damn it, BioWare. There we go. Fucking, I somehow went through Bungie, Bethesda. I somehow went through fucking the original name of Resident Evil in that one while I was trying to get to the actual fucking name of BioWare. Don't ask me how I managed that. But BioWare apparently is pissing off the fans enough that they are calling for a
You're right. We have to pause on
calling
that.
for basically a strike until they fix the drop rates, because I guess they fixed it
It's wise indeed.
and then they went back and claimed that it was a bug
To see Francis
and
Sanders.
fucked it.
Perhaps
That,
they
yeah.
found a link between
And I'm
his
like,
death and Sarah Hawkins.
but
In
why?
the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about
Yeah.
what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
That's exactly, that's fucking problematic. Yeah. Yeah. pretty much. It's, you know, the thing about Anthem is that I'm looking at it from the perspective of the same way that I look at Destiny. Of it, it gave a lot of promises. It lied about certain things it was, you know, truthful about. But at the end of the day, yes, maybe they had 2 years to try to scrape something together. But at the end of the day, it had a 6.5 year creation time to make a 10-year longevity to a game, and it just,
What can I
it's
do for
not.
you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to
Yeah.
Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died.
Yep.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
Yeah.
You know each other.
We met briefly, but he made a strong impression on me.
Yeah.
The main
It's
thing
something
is we
that, you
understood
know,
one another. The brave detective has a talent
there's
for
a
sticking his
lot
nose
of
into my
things
business.
in that game
I
that
bump
need to get
into her
fucking fixed.
every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well,
Yeah.
since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce.
Yeah.
And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Which is
I met him at
problematic.
the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings.
Yeah. Why is there an I between the...
The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Huh.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no
Yeah.
longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute?
Yeah.
And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
Yeah.
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me. His own widow. I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you're...
I will restart the stream if I have to. Oh, let me know what you see.
Did your
Excellent.
husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Don't you fucking start with
Oh,
me.
You can't imagine that's all he talked about.
Go,
It's exhibited at the center of the gallery.
away.
No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors?
I did.
Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. Did she really care for him after all?
Fucking damn it. Nah, locked. One of these days.
Let's see what this cylinder
Pretty
has
much.
to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
I never looked at this thing close enough. That is a picture of Lovecraft right there. Just gonna continue about my life. All locked doors. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo-doo. I think one of the... Oh, okay, okay. That was just that was just my phone.
Strange Amerindian pendant.
I thought for a moment that there was a fucking ringing at the doorbell.
I could use one of those.
Let me just go and see what's going on over here in this direction. There's also a lot of wind here going on right now. There's possibly a massive storm on its way. Topical.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Strength. Yep. So tell me, I'm going to ask you, should I read this book? Should I not read this book? Okay. It's a very, very interesting book. Just gonna put that, oh god.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not
I
to
do
make
that a
habit of
lot.
it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. As I already told you, next time, I'll strike first. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say? Not now, sweetheart.
Fucking question
I'd like
that.
to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Yay! More progression into the medical tree. Well, let's go in, shall we? So, welcome to the Gallery of the Weird.
These artifacts
It
date
is.
from pre-Columbian times.
Good night, little one. I'll need some of that. It's a bear. It might be a bear.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
It's a scarab. Tablets and stuff.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Can't tell if it's a goose or a crane. There's the bear again.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Just, oh, hey. That's interesting. Just to double check where the hell it was again. Nope, not there.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
I'm pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, that should be the one. Alright, Alex, are you ready? It is indeed.
What the hell was that?
Not friendly. That's what that was. Yeah. Sorta.
This dagger looks different.
Oh, sheesh.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right.
Indeed.
The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Yes.
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Mind you, the first time I encountered this motherfucker, I failed. Like 10 times. Because shit like that happened. I would fucking turn a corner, or that motherfucker will hide up on the ceiling, and if you pass under him, grabs you, pulls you up, and then muertas you. Because he's kind of a douche. Indeed. Yes, we are.
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
I'll take it. I will take it.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
That'll be mine too. Don't mind me while I peruse. It happened again. I guess it doesn't like the idea of me perusing the bookshelves.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Cultism. It does. Do we read or do we not read?
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Oh, look, it's the Shambler. Gonna put that down real quick.
What happened here? Let's start over.
Into the white light.
Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. To whom does this footprint belong? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the... What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Indeed.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet? Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
These red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So, first things first, the goblet.
Chalice of knowledge.
Okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
The Queen has little protection.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Blub blub. Yep. Sometimes it definitely does. The wind ain't too bad out there. I may have to go and get some
What
food
says Dr. Fuller?
after a
It's his
bit.
patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do.
Indeed.
Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. "30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses
Oh,
me.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
oh,
For this man and the...
let me pause it. It can't handle the power of the Cthulhu. It is too much. Let me know when you're back. Okay. Sounds about right. fucking spine. Okay. What, where? What hole? Oh, yeah, that is neat. Okay. Okay. Indeed. Still broken. Because why not? Okay. Sounds about right. I don't know either. Seems shenanigans, though. Indeed. Are we getting somewhere? One of these days. Well then. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Okay.
The others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning.
Yeah.
Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists.
Yep.
I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office?
All
What if
hail.
you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. This place draws you in and never lets you go. Chronic insomnia, like half the island.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you.
All right.
He's in your hands.
Yeah.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Huh.
Whaling station.
Hello. Yes, indeed.
What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Idea. Passed out. I'll just sleep a bit more.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks. She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here?
Indeed, you get to sit here and watch me. None of your games are on disc, are they?
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Huh. Yeah.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission? Mrs. Sanders? Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Oh, fucking shit talking. Indeed.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Indeed.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking.
It's the most delicious.
She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, the doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
At least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks. I don't have any business in the boiler room.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
It's temperamental,
So
if I
unfair.
understand correctly. Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Indeed. There you go. Not that I noticed.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
No. Nah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything like that.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Not that I've noticed, no. No,
This
no.
man, Edward Pierce.
Didn't
his
notice
father's
anything like that.
fate. What did Fuller do to him?
Yeah.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Thank you.
See, I am in
I'll be
the...
going. Dr. Fuller, in theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room.
Maybe it's him.
Dr. Colden.
Indeed.
Do you want something?
I don't get why they have us waiting so long.
Alrighty then.
Almost no
That also
patience.
happens because my voice keeps trying to fucking murder
I
itself.
don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patience here.
Yeah. Look, it's our best friend.
Marie,
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
Indeed.
No. Look,
He's giving me the fucking look that The Rock would give me.
Then, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know
Welcome
yet,
back.
but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Where did my fiance go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
I understand that completely. Just the shirt feels like it gets in the way.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Indeed. Alright.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Yeah.
Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Mrs.
Nobody. But rest assured,
That won't.
I will.
This bitch. Like, what's stopping me from strangling you and hiding your body?
Don't go falling over. That would be stupid.
Thank you again, Doctor.
What, who, what, where, what?
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is
Oh,
shut
no.
off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Something like
I
that.
can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
I somewhat remember where some of this stuff is. Indeed.
Make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Yeah. Nice. It's always a great time when that happens. Yeah, you weren't wrong. Yeah. Pretty much. Oh, fun.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag.
There you go.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time. Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes,
ma'am. Next. The missing files must be hidden here. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
I do. It may not seem like it right now, but I most certainly do.
Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Dr. Lovecraft.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings.
Indeed. Always believe in the squid god.
Hidden in plain sight.
Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Into the white light. Into
I must
it.
go back to the basement. There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
No escape. Oh, we'll get to that. Kinda. Oh shit.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn
Indeed.
around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colton. She was at the Riverside Institute.
I'm attempting, but I haven't gone searched up how to get the fourth ending, which is I think the last one that I need. So I don't know how this is going to go.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
So she can fart on it.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. They do, they do. Once you know what you're doing with them, yeah, they kind of zip zop through them.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive. An old diary. Zzzz
yeah.
is here, like in the vision. Colden came this way.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Oh, that feels fantastic.
What the? Fuller, too.
Hey, another trophy.
Right. Enough time wasted. Colden needs me. I must find her.
All locked.
No! No! My God.
I believe you have to, I believe you have to read it. So, yeah, you'll always go through that, I'm fairly certain.
It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else. What happened? Something has changed, but what?
These puzzle things. Puzzles. Indeed. Not jack and or shit over here. Nice. Yeah. The fuck is it at? Ah, there it is. I might. I'm a free something alright though. But I wants it. Where in the goddamn fuck? Oh. That's right, that's where it is.
Destiny, it has trapped you.
Indeed. Indeed. Okay, back to grab the other lantern. Quite a pickle. Oh yes, that's right. There's that. I forgot about you. That's super fucking unnecessary in my ear. Yeah, that's right. It's in this room.
You are confronting powers that surpass you.
Pretty much. Oh, did it freeze? Oh, okay. Cool. Gotcha. Okay, now we get to make a long walk.
It looks like things are back to normal.
Now we go deeper in.
What's going on? It never ends. Damnation. That's me.
Oh God! I gotta get out.
I am all.
Pierce, I found her. I finally know what's going on. You must live and find the truth. It is already too late for me.
Colden? What's going on? Was it a hallucination?
Please take a seat and be quiet, Mr. Pierce. I'll be with you in a moment.
Stop whatever the hell you're doing and turn around now. No, it can't be. No! You son of a bitch! What did you do to her?
I wish I could have done more experiments on you, Mr. Pierce.
I said, what did you do to her?
You shouldn't be sorry for your friend. You should envy her.
Murderer! This madness must stop! Colden?
Yeah, it might be. Indeed. Yep. Yum. Oh yeah.
God isn't here.
What did they do to you?
Goddamn bag.
He gave him the gold and I the azure. I don't see him very often anymore. The green is stronger.
Are you feeling ill?
I'm here, but no. No.
Let's get you out of here.
It comes in my dreams. Our minds melt like colors on a palette.
Come with me.
It's of the oldest green. A violent living, vibrant. A sea green, maybe. No. No.
Mrs. Hawkins, we must go before someone finds out.
Oh, but he will. He always knows these things when it's about me.
I have seen the same color. It was not as vivid as you said.
A pale
Indeed.
copy. A discarded spawn.
Do you know what it was? Tell me.
I can't. We should not call his name.
Yes, yes, we
Terrible.
should.
Terrible consequences.
But they are the best consequences.
All right. Come with me.
He will know. He will find us.
One more reason to hurry.
Have I seen you before?
Can you walk?
Maybe.
Then let's go before your husband finds us. It was in your studio.
What?
You painted me. That's where you saw me.
Indeed.
You mean the guards?
Oh shit, I just locked myself in. Is it too early for Halloween already? Indeed.
What the?
Oh no.
Hey there.
You don't see shit? You don't see shit?
You won't get far.
No. Shut it. Excuse me, woman. Pardon me, coming through.
Wait. The machine. It's the green. The decaying one.
The gas.
Yes. It's not good for living beings.
We don't have time for that.
I am not moving until the wrong is set right.
Damn it.
But god damn it. It most likely is. Fucking Herbert West Reanimator shit going on here.
I'd be better off finding a tool.
I feel like I am a tool.
All right. That should do it. Let's move.
Something like that.
I'm your puppet no more, you bastard!
You're my wife. My wife. You owe me
Zzzz Island.
You are going nowhere.
What is it with me getting thrown? Every damn where.
Nobody tells me what to do with my wife. How dare you? No! Why should I let you take her away when I could snap your neck?
All you did for her safety was throwing her in this rat hole.
I hid her well enough.
You let Fuller play with her.
Stop. I did everything I could to protect her. But her identity, her power, is what threatens her.
What?
Sarah has seen things, has made things you can't even begin to imagine. Would you still save her if I told you that she is even more dangerous than I am?
She's weak, physically and mentally.
Do not make the mistake of thinking she's a feeble woman. Sarah has been in the presence of the myth for too long. Even if she were to leave Darkwater, she would still hear his call. And the cult will always be here, waiting for her.
Then we get rid of its members.
You are out of your league, detective. They control the whole island. She will finally surrender to his power, and the world will fall with her.
Don't!
No one can escape the wheel of destiny, they say. But I will change it. I will save Sarah.
Indeed. Where the fuck would... what? Where'd I get the axe? Fucking temporal, just a fucking random portal in space and time. Just, here you go, here's an axe. Thanks! No, that man is dead. Also, you gotta remember, he was just burned alive, too.
to bury their child, knowing it's me that put him there. The guilt will never go away.
I feel your pain.
I'll do anything to get him back. Anything. My work was what lured me here in the first place. It began showing me things I never should have painted. Things Charles should never have seen.
What am I to you? I took care of you, saved you from your miserable life. You'll never find a man better than me. You owe me.
I owe you nothing. We'll leave now.
You're not going anywhere. You are mine. Come on. It's over now.
But truly, it just begins. You know what I've been forgetting to fucking do, though? Look at how many points I have. I know, I need to... I do believe I'm going to go for food. So, I will be back. I need to. I get so fucking wrapped up in this. Hopefully by the time I get back, I mean... The,